Mister, you dropped something. The voice was small, hesitant. Grant Whitmore stopped mid-stride in the marble lobby of Whitmore Industries, his polished shoes squeaking against the floor. He turned to see a little girl, no more than 6, standing with her tiny hand extended. In her palm rested a gold locket. His gold locket. His breath caught. Where did you find this?" His voice cracked, unsteady. "By the elevators," she whispered, her wide eyes innocent. "It was on the floor." Grant's fingers trembled as he took it from her. The locket felt impossibly heavy. He hadn't even realized it had slipped from his pocket. Inside was a photo of Melissa, his late wife, smiling that quiet, knowing smile he'd never see again. "Thank you," he managed, his throat tight. "What's your name?" "Ruby," she said softly. "My mama cleans here at night." Grant looked up and saw a woman in a gray custodial uniform standing near the wall, watching nervously. She gave a small, apologetic nod. He nodded back, then knelt down to Ruby's level. "You did a very kind thing, Ruby. Thank you." She smiled, a pure, unguarded smile, and ran back to her mother. That night, alone in his penthouse, Grant opened the locket again. Melissa had died 3 years ago. Cancer, swift and merciless. They'd had no children, no family left. Just him and this locket. A fragile tether to a life that felt like a dream now. He thought of Ruby. That small act of kindness had cracked something open inside him. The next evening, he stayed late at the office intentionally. At 9 p.m., he heard the soft hum of a vacuum cleaner. He stepped into the hallway and saw Ruby sitting cross-legged on the floor with a coloring book, while her mother worked nearby. "Evening," he said gently. The woman, her name tag read Jolene, looked startled. "Oh, Mr. Whitmore. I'm sorry, is she in the way? I can—" No, I wanted to thank her again. And you." Jolene relaxed slightly. "She's a good kid. Loves helping people. I can see that." Over the following weeks, Grant found himself staying late more often. He'd bring Ruby books, small puzzles. Jolene was hesitant at first, but eventually she began to open up. She was raising Ruby alone. Her husband had left years ago. Money was tight. She worked 3 jobs just to keep them afloat. "I don't want her to grow up thinking the world's cold. So I'd teach her kindness costs nothing." Grant felt something stir in him. Something dormant, buried under years of grief and isolation. One evening, Ruby asked him, "Mr. Grant, why do you look so sad?" He paused, crouching beside her. "I lost someone I loved very much. My mama says people we love never really leave. They stay in here." She placed her small hand over her heart. Grant's eyes burned. He nodded, unable to speak. That night, he made a decision. He set up a fund, quiet, anonymous, to cover Ruby's education. He arranged for Jolene to be hired in a better position within the company, with benefits and stability. He didn't tell them. He didn't need credit. He just needed to do something. But Jolene found out. She came to his office one afternoon, eyes red. "Mr. Whitmore, I don't know how to—" Her voice broke. "Why? Why would you do this for us?" Grant stood, his own voice thick. "Because your daughter gave me back something I thought I'd lost forever." "The locket?" "No. he said quietly. Hope. Jolene covered her mouth, tears streaming. Months passed, Ruby started school, Jolene flourished in her new role, and Grant, slowly, painfully, began to live again. He volunteered at shelters, he reconnected with old friends, he let himself feel. On the anniversary of Melissa's death, he stood in the lobby where it had all started. Ruby ran up to him, older now, more confident. "Hi, Mr. Grant." "Hi, Ruby." She hugged him tightly. "Mama says you're like family now." His chest ached, but it was a good ache, a healing one. "You know what, Ruby?" he said, kneeling down. "I think your mama is right." "Good, because family takes care of each other." Grant smiled, really smiled, for the first time in years. As Ruby ran off, he touched the locket in his pocket. He could almost hear Melissa's voice. "Keep going, Grant. Keep loving." And he would, because kindness, he'd learned, didn't just save others. Sometimes it saved you too.